The best SSD for gaming in 2022. There's nothing more frustrating as a gamer than staring at a loading screen. Games are getting bigger and more graphically impressive. And as a result, they're taking longer to load. That's why it's important to have an SSD, as they can drastically improve boot and load times in addition to making your games feel smoother and more responsive. But with so many options on the market, how do you choose the right one? The first main factor to consider is storage capacity. Depending on how much space your system still has, you may want to get a higher capacity since a single modern game can take up to over 100 gigabytes of storage. Gaming SSDs usually range from 125 gigabytes to 4 terabytes. But the price gets relatively more expensive per gigabyte. However, with games increasing in size, you'll want to consider getting at least 500 gigabytes or 1 terabyte of storage. Especially if you plan on downloading multiple games at once. Opting for a lower capacity SSD to use as a boot drive is fine. But you never know when you'll need the extra space. While you're thinking about storage, make sure you also choose an SSD that's compatible with your PC or console. Next are read and write speeds. The fastest SSDs available are PCIe 4.0 drives with read speeds up to around 7,000 megabits per second and write speeds at 5,000 megabits per second. PCIe SSDs are also known to be much faster than their SATA counterparts. For longevity, purchasing an SSD with a heatsink is a better option than without one, as it helps to dissipate heat better. The cooler your SSD runs, the longer its lifespan will be, the more consistent it'll perform. Having a higher terabytes written rating (TBW) is also important, as it's a measure of how much data can be written to the drive over its lifetime. Now that you know what to look for in a gaming SSD, let's take a closer look at the best options available. The Samsung 980 Pro is a $230 1 terabyte high-performance SSD that uses the latest PCIe technology that fits into most modern PCs and consoles. It delivers read and write speeds up to 7,000 megabits per second and 5,000 megabits per second respectively. For a little less than double the price, you can upgrade to 2 terabytes. Depending on the number of applications, programs, or games you want to run at lightning speed, getting the extra storage space might be worth it. The Samsung 980 Pro uses PCIe Gen 4 technology designed for hardcore and competitive gamers that want more and faster bandwidth while gaming. It's also ideal to run any demanding application that's heavy on graphics. To provide stable and consistent performance, as well as longevity, the 980 Pro offers reliable thermal control using a nickel coating that effectively dissipates heat. The drive's designed to last, as it has an impressive terabyte written TBW rating of 300 TBW at 500 gigabytes up to 1200 TBW at 2 TB. The 980 Pro is also fully compatible with PlayStation 5 and PCIe 3.0 rigs. However, installing the drive in a 3.0 slot will limit the speeds. It'll still be over 3000 megabits per second. You can also install Samsung Magician to update firmware and further optimize the drive's performance and monitor its health. The Crucial P5 is an excellent budget option that costs $80 for 500 gigabytes. And although it uses PCIe Gen 3 technology, it's still capable of providing decent read and write speeds up to 3,400 megabits per second and 3,000 megabits per second respectively. You can upgrade to 1 terabyte for $110 or 2 terabytes for $180. We don't recommend the 250 gigabytes version, as the write speed is dramatically reduced to 1,400 megabits per second. The low amount of storage is also not worth the investment, as you could find yourself taking it up with just a few games. The drive at 500 gigabytes and over will be more than enough for competitive gaming at a higher level. Even though it's not the latest NVMe version, if you're coming from a hard disk drive or an older SSD, you'll undoubtedly notice the speed boost. Crucial P5 offers higher read and write speeds compared to your average Gen 3 drive, making it a top contender in its category. It also offers advanced features such as dynamic write acceleration, error correction, full hardware-based encryption, and adaptive thermal protection to optimize performance and durability. The SSD has a pretty high terabytes written rating of 300 TBW starting at 500 gigabytes. And it goes up to 1200 TBW at 2 terabytes. The crucial P5 Plus is a better version of the P5 if you ever decide to upgrade your system further. Crucial P5 is the best budget option for those who could use a speed boost on the gaming console or rig. Looking for a heavy-duty M2 SSD that can handle the most strenuous tasks? The XPG-GAMMIX S70 costs $150 for 1 terabyte. And it offers some of the fastest read and write speeds on the market, up to 7,400 megabits per second and 6,800 megabits per second respectively. Overall, this SSD is designed for the most demanding gamers. And it's one of the best options for those who overclock their PCs. It can handle the toughest workloads while maintaining the best performance possible. This is thanks to the latest PCIe Gen 4 interface and 3D NAND flash technology, combined with dynamic SLC caching and DRAM cache. Drives with DRAM cache are typically faster than drives without it. Even when the SSD's under full load, it'll remain cooler as it has a heat spreader design that increases airflow. This not only increases its lifespan but also provides you with a consistent gaming experience without throttling. The S70 is compatible with PCIe 3.0 expansion slots. But it only provides maximum read and write speeds of 3,400 megabits per second and 3,000 megabits per second respectively. It's also compatible with NVMe 1.4 and the PlayStation 5. Though there is a better option for the console. A powerful SSD that can handle the most demanding tasks, including heavy-duty gaming on the highest graphics. Corsair's MP600 Pro XT is one of the few gaming SSDs that you can purchase for up to 4 terabytes of storage. It is pricey, but this SSD delivers serious read and write speeds up to 7,100 megabits per second and 6,800 megabits per second respectively. The MP600 Pro XT is a powerful PCIe Gen 4 gaming SSD that effectively combines performance and endurance using high-density 3D TLC NAND. This is in addition to the aluminum heat spreader that disperses heat and reduces throttling. It also integrates a liquid cooling option that sets it apart from other options. The drive leverages NVMe Protocol 1.4 to provide maximum bandwidth. Combined with the heavy-duty heat sink, the MP600 Pro XT is one of the best 4.0 SSDs for those who value consistent and fast speeds. The 1 terabyte and 2 terabytes versions have a 700 TBW rating. But it jumps to an astonishing 3000 TBW at 4 TB. Upgrading to 2 terabytes isn't too expensive, while upgrading to 4 terabytes is a hefty $800. If you're looking to go full out on storage, you can get the MP400 version that offers a massive 8 terabytes of storage. With more storage, you can store many years' worth of games and data on a high-performance drive. Although expensive, the MP600 Pro XT does an excellent job at keeping cool while delivering consistently high speeds. Boost your PlayStation 5 with this M2 gaming drive. The WD_Black SN850 costs $230 for 1 terabyte. And it'll provide your console with incredible read and write speeds up to 7,000 megabits per second and 5,300 megabits per second respectively. For $150, you can downsize to 500 gigabytes or upgrade to 2 terabytes for $450. It's important to note that at 2 terabytes, the write speed is decreased to 5,100 megabits per second. And it's decreased even further at 500 gigabytes to 4,100 megabits per second. So, if you want the best performance, stick with 1 terabyte. The drive also tends to get pretty hot after extended use. So we recommend getting the heatsink version that's available for all capacities. It will be a little more expensive but it'll prolong the SSD's lifespan and reduce throttling, which is ideal for consistent performance. You're also given a long 5-year warranty upon purchase in case the SSD gives out. Combining PCIe Gen 4 technology and TLC 3D NAND flash memory, the SSD's optimized for competitive gaming and even doubles the bandwidth limit of PCIe 3.0 drives. It offers a large and dynamic SLC cache and has a 300 TBW rating at 500 gigabytes, 600 TBW at 1 terabyte, and 1200 TBW at 2 terabytes. Finally, you can install Western Digital Dashboard to update, analyze, clean, customize, and optimize the drive at 1 terabyte for $250. WD_Black P50 Game Drive is one of the best external SSDs for gaming, delivering read and write speeds up to 2000 megabits per second. It's a USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2 SSD that's compatible with PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Mac. The smaller 500GB size costs $140. And you can upgrade to 2 terabytes for $350 or 4 terabytes for $560. The read and write speeds remain the same for all capacities, so you can choose one based on how much storage you need. The P50 offers decent speed for an external SSD, but it's still slower than your average PCIe 3.0 drive. However, you'll still have no problem booting up your system and quickly hopping into the action of your favorite games or transferring files. It'll be a dramatic upgrade over your standard portable drive or USB flash drive. The simple plug-and-play design makes it easy to get started. And the included USB-C to USB-C and USB-C to USB-A cables gives you more compatibility with other devices. The Gen 2 X2 interface is designed to work with the latest hardware, and it'll last for many years. For optimized speed and long-term use, the P50 features an impressive 20 GB per second USB interface speed, protected by a shock-resistant and forged aluminum cover casing for reliable portability. The drive's capable of delivering twice the bandwidth of other external gaming SSDs, making it ideal for gamers who strive for the best performance possible. Text source, howtogeek.com.